Hey folks, Jamie Caldwell here. I'm going to take a couple seconds to talk to you about shallow water anchors and some of the many uses. Obviously I'm running the Minn Kota Talon, which is the 8-foot 4-inch model, and I'm very happy with it. There's a misconception. A lot of folks think that the only use for it is bed fishing, and then they get hemming and hawing about making that purchase thinking, well, how much bed fishing do I really do? Well, I tell you, I use it for bed fishing. It is great for that. Locks you down, allows you to make multiple casts and keep your eyes on that fish. But also, every time I launch the boat, I use it. I don't need a rope anymore. I launch my boat, and whether I beach it, I just drop the anchor, and it pins my boat in. I don't have to drop my trolling motor in the water anymore and get that all sandy and dirty. Or if I have a dock there, then I just pin the boat up against the dock, drop my anchor, boat's not going anywhere. I don't need to mess with the rope anymore. One of the other great uses is, when you need to stop and retie, whether it's in a tournament or you're just out there pre-fishing, the wind will tend to blow you over what you're wanting to fish or move you down the bank a little bit further. You just go ahead and click down on the key fob. You can sit down, retie, do what you need to do. You don't have to worry about the back end or the boat swinging around, so your co-angler now is taking shots at certain things, or you're not losing any ground. Once you're done retying, you just kick it back up. It also allows you, when you get in those areas where you really want to work a point, work a brush pile, whatever it may be, you drop that anchor, it holds the boat still. You can continue to work that brush pile and really beat it, and try to pick off every fish that's in there. Especially when you get around docks too. If you do a lot of dock fishing, you get around that dock, you get that certain angle right, you can lock that boat down and continue to go. That way you're not on a trolling motor, and you're not creating any additional noise to scare those fish away, so it gives you a real solid approach. One of the great uses of the Minn Kota Talon, due to its straight down deployment, is I use it a lot as a pivot point. If I get hung in some type of a structure, say it's a brush pile, I'll swing the boat downwind of that brush pile. I'll lock my boat out away from it, and then I'll just kind of pivot the bow of the boat up in there so I can reach over, undo, get unhung, and then let the wind just drift me right back out. Now I never disturb that brush pile trying to get my bait back, and I continue to fish. Another good employment of that same concept is when you're working riprap. You get paralleling that riprap, and the wind's beating on it, and you're worried about getting in there to get your bait free. Is this going to smash your boat up against those rocks? You just pin your boat out from the rocks at a safe distance, swing in the bow, get your bait undone, swing back out. You haven't lost any ground, and you continue going to cover that riprap. All right, let's go ahead and get the boat in the water, and I'll show you a few of these uses. Another standard feature with the Talon is the wireless key fobs. So once your boat is beached, all I need to do now is press the up button. My anchor is up. I can push my boat off the beach, start up, and move out with no rope. Riprap. Great to fish all year long. You can catch fish on it. Best times to fish it is when the wind's beating on it. But what happens, you get out here, you parallel the riprap, you're throwing a crankbait, you're throwing a spinnerbait, working a jig, you get it hung in there. You're always worried about getting in close so that you can get it undone and get your bait back. Well, all you need to do is use your Talon as a pivot point. Get in close enough, drop your Talon. It's going to anchor you. Use it as a pivot point to keep you off the rocks. All you need to do is come in with your trolling motor so you're not going to hit anything. You get close enough, pull your bait free, you pivot yourself right back out, pull your Talon back up, and continue going. You never lose any ground. These are just a few of the things that we've shown you today, and some of the things that we've talked about. The shallow water anchor, the Talon, can be used for many different things. Most people, when they think about buying a shallow water anchor, they think bed fishing. How much bed fishing do I do? Do I really need one? I'm telling you, there's a lot of uses out there for it. Go ahead and get you one, try it out, and you'll come up with a bunch of different things that you could use it for.